The ocean is a vast and mysterious expanse, teeming with life forms that are as beautiful as they are strange. But beneath the sunlit waves, in the depths where light ceases to exist, there lies an astonishing world of giants, creatures so large and enigmatic that they challenge our understanding of nature's rules. These deep-sea giants are the result of millions of years of evolution, adapting to one of the most extreme environments on Earth, the dark, high-pressure and nutrient-sparse abyssal plain of the ocean's depths. When we think of giant sea creatures, many of us may imagine colossal whales or formidable sharks. But beyond the well-known leviathans of the ocean surface, there are even more extraordinary beings lurking in the abyss, each evolved to thrive, where survival is a constant battle. From the ancient, slow-moving Greenland shark that can live for centuries to the formidable colossal squid, these creatures defy the norms of size and form we expect from life on Earth. But what is it about the deep sea that leads some creatures to grow so large? What evolutionary pressures and adaptations contribute to their incredible size? In this exploration, we'll delve into the science of deep-sea gigantism and uncover why certain sea creatures have evolved into the titans of the ocean. Let's begin by understanding the phenomenon of deep-sea gigantism and what sets these ocean giants apart from their shallow water cousins. Deep-sea gigantism is a fascinating biological phenomenon where certain species in the ocean grow to much larger sizes than their relatives that inhabit shallow waters. While the majority of creatures in the ocean are adapted to life near the surface, where sunlight penetrates and food is relatively abundant, deep-sea creatures face a dramatically different set of challenges. In the extreme environments of the deep sea, with its near-total darkness, crushing pressure and sparse food supply, gigantism has evolved as a survival strategy. But why do some deep-sea creatures grow so large, while others remain small or average-sized? The answer lies in a combination of environmental factors and evolutionary adaptations. Deep-sea habitats are nutrient-poor and offer limited food sources, so the larger body sizes of these creatures can be advantageous in several ways. For example, giant organisms tend to lose heat more slowly than smaller ones, which is crucial in the frigid temperatures of the deep sea. Additionally, larger body sizes can provide a competitive edge when food is scarce, as these creatures can store more energy and survive longer periods without eating. One of the most compelling aspects of deep-sea gigantism is the role it plays in buoyancy. In the deep ocean, maintaining neutral buoyancy is essential for survival. Larger bodies allow deep-sea creatures to maintain buoyancy more efficiently, using special adaptations like large oil-filled livers that help offset their weight. This helps them conserve energy as they move through the water, conserving the limited resources available to them. The evolutionary path to gigantism is driven by natural selection, where individuals with larger body sizes have traits that give them a better chance of surviving and reproducing in the harsh environment. Over generations, these traits become more common within the population, leading to the emergence of giant species that are uniquely adapted to their deep-sea world. Let's take a closer look at some of the most remarkable examples of these ocean giants and understand what makes them so extraordinary. The deep sea is home to an array of extraordinary creatures that showcase the adaptations and sheer size enabled by deep-sea gigantism. These beings, often elusive and mysterious, are marvels of evolution, built to thrive in conditions that most life forms would find inhospitable. Here are some of the most captivating examples. The Greenland shark is an enigmatic and long-lived giant of the Arctic and North Atlantic waters. Growing up to 24 feet long, this slow-moving predator holds the record for the longest-lived vertebrate on Earth, with some individuals estimated to be over 500 years old. The secret to its longevity lies in its incredibly slow metabolism, allowing it to survive for decades without frequent meals. The frigid waters of its habitat contribute to its reduced metabolic rate, which slows its growth and extends its lifespan. Its immense size and adaptability make it a true giant of the deep, showcasing the extreme resilience needed to thrive in the abyss. The giant squid has long been the stuff of legend, depicted in myths and stories as a fearsome sea monster. But in reality, it is a real-life marvel, measuring up to 43 feet in length, including its long tentacles. The giant squid is an apex predator of the deep, preying on fish and even other squid. Its massive eyes, the largest in the animal kingdom, allow it to detect even the faintest traces of light in the pitch-black ocean depths, helping it navigate and hunt in an environment with almost no visibility. Though rarely seen by humans, the giant squid has fascinated scientists and researchers for years and remains one of the greatest mysteries of the deep. The colossal squid takes gigantism to even greater extremes than its cousin, the giant squid. It can grow up to 46 feet or 14 meters long, though most individuals are smaller. What makes the colossal squid particularly intriguing is its unique adaptations for survival in the frigid waters around Antarctica. Its body is filled with a large, oil-rich organ that helps it stay buoyant at great depths. Equipped with sharp hooks on its tentacles and a massive beak that can slice through prey, the colossal squid is a formidable predator that primarily feeds on fish, including the Antarctic toothfish. This creature's rarity and extreme adaptations make it one of the most mysterious and fascinating giants of the deep. The deep-sea lobster and crustaceans, giants of the ocean floor. While most people think of lobsters as small, hard-shelled creatures, some deep-sea crustaceans have evolved to enormous sizes. Species such as the giant isopod, which can grow up to 2.5 feet or 76 centimeters long, are a testament to the strange and surprising nature of deep-sea gigantism. These creatures have adapted to the cold, dark, and nutrient-sparse environment by becoming scavengers, feeding on the remains of dead animals that sink to the ocean floor. Their large size and hard exoskeleton provide an advantage when facing the intense pressures of the deep ocean, making them well equipped to navigate their habitat. The deep-sea anglerfish, a glimpse of the unseen. The deep-sea anglerfish, known for its bioluminescent lure that dangles in front of its mouth, is another example of the deep sea's capacity to produce creatures of remarkable adaptations and size. While not as large as the Greenland shark or colossal squid, certain species of anglerfish have adapted to the high-pressure environments of the deep ocean by developing specialized features. Their bioluminescence attracts prey to their jaws, ensuring a steady food supply in an environment where hunting opportunities are limited. These deep-sea giants exemplify the adaptations and evolutionary advantages that come with growing larger in the ocean's abyss. But why exactly do larger sizes help these creatures survive in such extreme conditions? The answer lies in the unique characteristics that size affords them and how these traits enable them to thrive in their dark, mysterious habitat. Let's take a closer look at the evolutionary path to gigantism and the critical role it plays in their survival. Why size matters in the deep sea. The immense size of deep-sea creatures isn't just a spectacle. It serves vital functions that are crucial for their survival in the extreme environment of the ocean's depths. The deep sea is a harsh, unyielding world where food is scarce, temperatures are near freezing, and the pressure can be up to 1,000 times greater than at sea level. In such an environment, being larger can make all the difference between survival and extinction. Energy conservation is the key to surviving the abyss. One of the primary reasons for deep-sea gigantism is energy conservation. Larger animals lose heat more slowly than smaller ones, which is a significant advantage in the cold temperatures of the deep ocean. The principles of thermodynamics state that larger bodies have a smaller surface area to volume ratio, which means they lose heat more slowly. This helps them maintain their body temperature without expending as much energy. For deep-sea creatures like the Greenland shark and giant squid, this adaptation allows them to conserve energy. enabling them to go without food for extended periods. Efficient food storage is crucial in the deep sea, known for its nutrient scarcity. Unlike shallow waters where prey is abundant, the deep ocean has limited food sources, and organisms often have to cover large areas in search of meals. A larger body size allows these creatures to store more energy in the form of fat reserves. For example, the colossal squid has a large oil-rich liver that helps it remain buoyant and store energy. This adaptation allows it to survive when food is sparse, ensuring that it can go longer without eating compared to smaller organisms. The advantage of buoyancy in the deep sea is a challenge due to the high-pressure environment which can crush and deform organisms that aren't built to withstand it. Larger sea creatures often have evolved to manage this pressure with specialized adaptations. For instance, many deep-sea giants, including some species of squid and large fish, possess oil-filled bodies or special adaptations in their tissues that help them maintain buoyancy and resist the crushing force of the deep. This makes larger creatures better suited to navigate the depths and avoid getting overwhelmed by the immense pressure. Predation and competition. Size can also play a critical role in defense against predators and in competition for resources. Larger animals can be more intimidating to potential predators, deterring attacks and making it less likely that they'll be targeted. The sheer size of the giant squid and colossal squid, for example, makes them formidable opponents, capable of fending off even the largest of their natural predators. Additionally, being larger allows these creatures to cover more ground and access resources that smaller organisms cannot. The large size can give them an edge in hunting, especially in the nutrient-poor deep-sea environment where competition is fierce. Slower metabolism and longevity. Deep-sea giants like the Greenland shark exhibit an exceptionally slow metabolic rate, which is key to their longevity and energy efficiency. The slow metabolic rate allows them to live for hundreds of years, a trait that's essential in a habitat where food is scarce. This extended lifespan provides more time for reproduction and ensures that the species has a higher chance of surviving the long periods between successful hunting expeditions. The immense size and metabolic adaptations of these animals allow them to thrive in conditions that would be unsustainable for smaller creatures. The limitations of size. While size offers numerous advantages, it also comes with its own challenges. Larger creatures require more food and energy, and if food becomes too scarce, they can struggle to survive. Additionally, their sheer size can make them more vulnerable to environmental changes, such as shifts in water temperature or ocean currents that affect the availability of prey. The deep sea environment is a delicate balance, and while gigantism has evolved to provide survival benefits, it also means that these creatures are highly specialized and may be less adaptable to rapid changes in their habitat. In summary, the giant creatures of the deep sea demonstrate that size isn't just a result of random evolution, but a carefully honed adaptation to an extreme environment. By growing larger, these animals have managed to survive in a world where food is scarce, temperatures are frigid, and pressure is crushing. But what drives such remarkable adaptations? Let's explore the evolutionary path that leads to gigantism in the deep sea and how these creatures have come to dominate the dark and unexplored depths of our oceans. The evolutionary path to gigantism. Understanding why some sea creatures have evolved to become giants requires delving into the complex process of natural selection and adaptation. The deep-sea environment, with its extreme conditions, has shaped the evolutionary trajectory of many species, pushing them to adapt in extraordinary ways. Deep-sea gigantism is not just a random quirk of nature. It's an evolved response to the unique challenges of life in the abyss. Natural selection is the driving force behind the evolution of gigantism. In the deep sea, where resources are limited, only those creatures that are best suited to survive will thrive and reproduce. Larger body size can be advantageous for several reasons, including heat conservation, energy storage, and increased buoyancy. Over generations, individuals that possessed these traits had a better chance of surviving and passing them on to their offspring, leading to an overall increase in the average size of the population. For instance, the Greenland shark's slow metabolism allows it to go without food for extended periods, a crucial trait in an environment where prey is not consistently available. Its size helps it store enough energy to survive long fasting periods, ensuring that it can withstand the harsh conditions of the deep. Over time, the sharks that evolved these traits were more likely to survive and reproduce, driving the evolutionary shift toward gigantism. The deep sea is characterized by high pressure and near-freezing temperatures, which can be lethal to creatures not adapted to such extreme conditions. Larger animals often have more resilient and specialized body structures to withstand these forces. The colossal squid, for example, has a body adapted to cope with the immense pressure of the deep ocean, featuring a flexible gelatinous composition that can endure these conditions without damage. Its large oil-filled liver helps with buoyancy, ensuring it stays afloat despite the crushing pressure surrounding it. These adaptations are not just for survival, they are the result of millions of years of evolutionary fine-tuning. The environment of the deep sea favors larger creatures because their physical and metabolic characteristics make them more suited to this unique habitat. In some cases, gigantism has even led to the development of specialized features such as the bioluminescent lure of the anglerfish, which attracts prey to its mouth in an environment where light is almost non-existent. The evolution of gigantism is a gradual process, occurring over many generations. Ancient ancestors of today's deep-sea giants adapted slowly to their environment, with incremental increases in size and changes in body structure over millions of years. This gradual evolution allowed them to develop and refine unique adaptations without drastic shifts that could have compromised their survival. For example, early ancestors of the giant squid might have had slightly larger body sizes, providing a survival advantage in the nutrient-sparse deep sea. Over time, these creatures became larger, developing more efficient hunting methods and biological adaptations that further contributed to their gigantism. While gigantism offers significant survival advantages, it comes with trade-offs. Larger animals need more energy, and their sheer size can make them vulnerable if food becomes too scarce. Additionally, the larger a creature is, the more energy it needs to maintain its size, which is why some deep-sea giants have adapted to go long periods without eating. The Greenland shark's slow metabolism is a perfect example of how evolutionary trade-offs can help a species thrive in an environment where energy conservation is essential. However, the flip side is that these adaptations can limit their ability to cope with rapid changes in their environment. For instance, if food sources in the deep sea were to suddenly diminish due to environmental changes, these large creatures might struggle to find enough energy to sustain themselves. The deep-sea giants are not just biological marvels, they are living reminders of the power and intricacy of evolutionary adaptation. From the giant squid with its enigmatic hunting techniques to the slow-moving, long-living Greenland shark, these creatures have evolved over millions of years to become giants of the deep sea. Their size, unique body structures and adaptations to extreme conditions are the result of a complex interplay between natural selection, environmental pressures, and gradual evolutionary changes. But the story of these ocean giants doesn't end here. Understanding their evolutionary path gives us insights into how life can adapt to even the harshest environments on Earth and highlights the importance of preserving these unique ecosystems. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at how deep-sea giants navigate their dark world, hunt for prey, and reproduce in the uncharted waters of the ocean's depths. Deep-sea giants have developed a unique set of behaviors and adaptations that allow them to navigate, hunt, and reproduce in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. The combination of size, special physiological traits, and survival strategies gives these creatures a competitive edge in an environment where few can thrive. Let's explore how they manage to survive and even flourish in the deep, dark ocean. One of the most fascinating survival tools for deep-sea giants is bioluminescence. This natural phenomenon, which involves the production and emission of light by living organisms, is a crucial adaptation for survival in the pitch-black world of the ocean's depths. Bioluminescence serves multiple purposes. It can attract mates, lure prey, or act as a defense mechanism to startle or mislead predators. For example, the deep-sea anglerfish is famous for its bioluminescent lure that dangles from its head. This glowing appendage emits light, which attracts smaller fish and prey toward the anglerfish's mouth. This adaptation is essential for hunting in an environment where prey is scarce and visibility is almost non-existent. The ability to create light gives these creatures a distinct advantage in luring prey from the surrounding darkness. Adaptations for hunting and feeding. Deep-sea giants have evolved a variety of hunting techniques suited to their environments. Due to the scarcity of food, many of these creatures have become opportunistic feeders, scavenging on what little prey comes their way. For instance, the giant squid uses its long, powerful tentacles to reach out and seize prey, often using sharp hooks to ensure that captured prey cannot escape. This hunting technique, combined with its enormous size, allows it to target large prey such as fish and even other squid. The colossal squid, on the other hand, is known for its formidable tentacles equipped with hooks and a sharp beak capable of slicing through the flesh of its prey. These adaptations allow it to take advantage of larger prey items and defend itself from potential threats, including the sperm whale, one of its few known predators. Navigating the darkness. Sensory adaptations. One of the most vital challenges for deep-sea creatures is the absence of light. Adaptations that help them sense their surroundings are essential for survival. Larger eyes, such as those found in the giant squid, are one such adaptation. These massive eyes are designed to capture as much light as possible, allowing them to detect movement and locate prey in the nearly lightless depths. The enormous eyes of deep-sea animals can be as large as basketballs, providing an advantage in spotting the faintest glimmer of bioluminescence or the movement of prey. In addition to their large eyes, deep-sea giants may also have specialized adaptations for other senses. For example, some species have heightened olfactory senses to detect the chemical cues of prey or predators. These adaptations enable them to navigate their dark world with remarkable precision, finding food and avoiding danger even in the most challenging conditions. Reproduction in the abyss. Reproducing in the deep sea presents its own set of challenges. Deep-sea giants often have unique and fascinating reproductive strategies to ensure the continuation of their species. For example, deep-sea anglerfish have a remarkable method of reproduction. In some species, the male anglerfish is much smaller than the female and has evolved to be a parasitic mate. Once he finds a female, he attaches himself to her body, eventually fusing with her and becoming a permanent source of sperm. This adaptation allows females to have a reliable supply of sperm when needed, even in an environment where finding a mate can be difficult. The long lifespans of some deep-sea giants, such as the Greenland shark, contribute to their reproductive strategies. With a lifespan that can exceed 500 years, these sharks have more time to reproduce over the course of their lives. This slow growth and long life cycle allow them to adapt to changing conditions over time and produce offspring that have a better chance of survival. The challenges of deep-sea living. Despite their impressive adaptations, life in the deep sea is not without its challenges. One major difficulty is the scarcity of food. Deep-sea giants often rely on the slow and steady rain of organic material from the surface, known as marine snow, which consists of dead plankton, fish, and other organic debris. This slow process of food distribution means that even the largest of creatures must be patient and efficient in their energy use. The extreme pressure at great depths is another obstacle that deep-sea giants must overcome. To withstand this, their bodies have evolved to be flexible and resistant to compression. Special adaptations in their tissues and body structures prevent them from being crushed under the immense weight of the water above. These adaptations allow them to move, feed and reproduce without being hindered by the physical conditions of their habitat. The deep-sea giants, with their adaptations, unique behaviors and extraordinary size, are living testaments to the power of evolution in shaping life to fit even the most extreme environments. They have adapted to live where sunlight never reaches, where food is scarce, and where pressures would crush most other forms of life. Their survival strategies continue to intrigue scientists and remind us of the boundless creativity of nature. Exploring these deep-sea creatures is more than just an opportunity to marvel at their size and uniqueness. It's a chance to understand how life can endure and even thrive in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. And as technology advances and we venture deeper into the ocean's depths, who knows what other giants might be waiting to reveal their secrets to the world. The deep-sea giants are not only fascinating but also play a vital role in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems. These creatures have adapted over millennia to survive in one of the planet's most extreme environments, and their unique traits and behaviors are essential for the health of the ocean as a whole. Understanding their importance highlights the need for conservation efforts aimed at protecting these mysterious, often overlooked habitats. Deep-sea giants, from colossal squids to giant sharks, are integral components of the marine food web. Their position at various points in the food chain means they help regulate populations of prey and maintain ecosystem balance. For example, large predators like the Greenland shark feed on a variety of prey, including fish and other smaller sharks, which helps control the populations of these species and prevent overpopulation that could disrupt the ecosystem. Additionally, the remains of these large creatures, when they die, provide nutrients for a variety of scavengers and detritivores, supporting life at the ocean floor. Their decomposing bodies contribute to the nutrient cycle, feeding smaller organisms and fostering a diverse community that sustains life in the deep sea. This nutrient distribution is vital for supporting the unique ecosystems that thrive in the dark, cold depths of the ocean. Unfortunately, human activities pose significant threats to deep-sea ecosystems and the giants that inhabit them. Deep-sea mining, for example, has become an increasing concern as valuable minerals like cobalt, nickel and rare earth elements are extracted from the seabed. This mining not only disrupts the habitat but also risks causing irreversible damage to the unique and fragile deep-sea environment. The destruction of these habitats can lead to the loss of biodiversity and may have cascading effects on the food web. Climate change is another significant threat to deep-sea ecosystems. As ocean temperatures rise, even the cold waters of the deep sea are affected. This can alter the distribution of marine species, disrupt food sources, and challenge the metabolic balance of creatures adapted to specific temperature ranges. Additionally, the acidification of the ocean, driven by increased carbon dioxide levels, can impact the health of deep-sea organisms, particularly those with calcium carbonate structures. Overfishing is another pressing issue, as certain deep-sea species are targeted for their meat, oil or other resources. This overexploitation can lead to population declines and disrupt the balance within the deep-sea food web, potentially endangering not just the species directly targeted, but also those that rely on them for food and ecosystem services. Conserving deep-sea ecosystems requires global cooperation and a commitment to sustainable practices. Protecting these environments involves establishing marine protected areas, MPAs, that limit or restrict activities such as deep-sea mining and trawling. These protected zones provide safe havens where deep-sea giants and other organisms can thrive without the added stress of human interference. International cooperation is vital for monitoring and regulating the deep sea, as many of these ecosystems lie in international waters. Implementing stricter regulations on fishing practices, encouraging the use of sustainable technologies, and enforcing policies that minimize environmental damage from industrial activities are essential steps toward preserving these habitats. The development of more advanced, less invasive technology for deep-sea exploration and research can help scientists better understand the ecosystems and make informed decisions regarding conservation efforts. Public awareness and education are also key components of conservation. By fostering a greater understanding of the deep sea and its importance, we can encourage more support for protective measures and inspire action to safeguard these unique habitats.